Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin with a simple truth. You are magnetic. Whether you realize it or not, every moment of your life, you are sending out signals, subtle energetic frequencies, into the universe. These signals form what many refer to as your aura, your personal energy field, your vibrational signature. It's this aura that either draws abundance into your life or keeps it at bay. And today, I want to share with you how to train that aura, how to fine-tune it, to become a powerful magnet for wealth. Wealth is not just money. Wealth is the full measure of abundance, financial security, time freedom, meaningful relationships, health, happiness, and the ability to live life on your terms. And the first step to attracting that kind of wealth is to understand that your external reality is a reflection of your internal state. The energy you project determines the results you receive. If you've ever walked into a room and instantly felt someone's presence even before they said a word, you've experienced aura. If you've ever been inexplicably drawn to someone or repelled by someone despite knowing little about them, that was your intuition reading their aura. It's real, and it's powerful. The same applies to wealth. Wealth has its own frequency. It resonates at a high vibration, a frequency of confidence, clarity, gratitude, and action. If your aura is heavy with doubt, fear, scarcity, or resentment, you repel wealth. But when you raise your vibration and align it with abundance, wealth flows to you more naturally. It's not magic, it's energy alignment. So, how do you begin training your aura to attract wealth? First, you need to become aware of what you're broadcasting to the universe. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, every emotion you feel, all of it adds up to a frequency. If you constantly think, I can't afford that, money never stays with me, or I'm not good with money, your aura reflects scarcity. You might not say it aloud, but your energy screams it, and the universe responds accordingly. You must shift your internal dialogue. Replace lack-based thoughts with empowering affirmations. I am open to receiving wealth. Money flows to me with ease. I deserve abundance in all forms. Now, this isn't just about saying words. It's about feeling them. It's about embodying them. It's about letting those beliefs settle into your being until they become part of your energetic DNA. Now let's talk about visualization. This is more than just closing your eyes and imagining stacks of cash. When done with intention, visualization reshapes your aura. Imagine not just the wealth you want, but the life you'll live with it. See yourself waking up in your ideal home, taking vacations without checking your bank account, supporting your loved ones, giving back to causes you care about. Feel it as though it's already yours. Why? Because your aura doesn't respond to what's real. It responds to what's felt to be real. And when your subconscious mind believes you already have something, it stops creating resistance. Your frequency rises. You begin to act in alignment with abundance, not from a place of desperation or lack, but from a place of certainty. That certainty becomes a beacon. The universe takes notice. Opportunities begin to show up. Doors open. People appear, ideas spark, not because they weren't there before, but because now your aura is attuned to receive them. You also need to release the energetic blocks that hold you back. Many of us carry emotional baggage that clogs our energy field. Shame around past financial mistakes, guilt over wanting more, fear of being judged, or a belief that money is bad or corrupt. These beliefs act like static in your aura. They distort your signal. You may be doing everything right externally, working hard, saving money, investing wisely, but if your energy is still stuck in the past, wealth won't stick. Forgiveness is a powerful energetic cleanser. Forgive yourself for financial mistakes. Forgive those who misled you or took advantage of you. Let it go. You don't have to carry the weight of your past into your future. Your aura needs space to expand, and that expansion begins the moment you let go of emotional anchors. Gratitude is another powerful tool. It instantly raises your vibration. When you're grateful for what you already have, you send a signal to the universe, I am abundant. That frequency draws in more to be grateful for. So instead of waking up and thinking about what's missing, start your day by giving thanks. Thank your home, even if it's not your dream home yet. Thank your wallet, even if it's not full yet. Thank your skills, your opportunities, your resilience. Gratitude transforms your perception, and perception is what sculpts your aura. Let's also talk about alignment with purpose. Wealth chases clarity. When you're aligned with your purpose, when you're doing what lights you up, what feels meaningful, what contributes to others, your aura becomes electric. Purpose generates passion, and passion is magnetic. You've probably met someone who's passionate about what they do. There's a fire in their eyes, a sense of flow in their voice. That fire lights up their aura. It makes people want to work with them, support them, invest in them. That is the aura of wealth. Now, training your aura is not a one-time event. It's a daily practice. Think of it like going to the gym, but for your energy field, you feed it daily with high vibrational inputs, empowering thoughts, uplifting emotions, healthy habits, creative expression, generosity, stillness, movement, nature. All of these contribute to your energetic hygiene. You wouldn't let your body go unwashed for weeks. Don't let your aura go unattended either. Meditation is one of the most powerful practices for tuning your frequency. It helps you still the noise, hear your intuition, and align with the flow of life. Even 10 minutes a day can create profound shifts. You begin to notice your thoughts. You become the observer, not the reactor. And in that awareness, you gain the power to shift your state. You no longer spiral into fear when things go wrong. You breathe, you realign, and you act from a place of calm strength. That stability in your aura makes you unshakable, and that's attractive to wealth. Surrounding yourself with high-frequency people is also vital. Energy is contagious. If you're constantly around people who complain, who live in lack, who fear change, their energy will influence yours. You can love them, but you don't have to mirror them. Seek out those who inspire you, who challenge you to grow, who celebrate your wins and hold you accountable to your potential. A powerful aura is amplified in powerful company. You must also take inspired action. The aura alone doesn't make the money. It attracts the ideas, the people, the timing, the opportunities. But you still have to say yes. You still have to show up, to take the call, to send the pitch, to write the book, to build the product, to invest in yourself. Action is the bridge between the energetic and the material. Without action, your aura becomes like a beautiful lighthouse with no ships in sight. So when the opportunity knocks, answer it with courage. Let's not forget the role of self-worth. At the core of your aura is the belief of what you think you deserve. If deep down you don't believe you're worthy of wealth, no amount of visualization or action will override that signal. Self-worth sets the ceiling for your abundance. You have to look yourself in the mirror and decide, I am worthy of a wealthy life, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are, because you exist, because your desires were planted in your heart for a reason, and the universe doesn't tease, it invites. That's the truth most people miss. You're not chasing wealth, you're aligning with it. You're not begging for abundance. You're becoming the version of yourself who naturally attracts it. When your aura is tuned to wealth, it becomes a matter of time, not chance. And that time shortens with every aligned thought, every bold action, every moment of gratitude, every belief upgrade. Some of you may be thinking, that all sounds great, but what about the real world? What about bills, debt, economic hardship? I hear you. And I don't discount the challenges, but the outer world is slow to change because it's built on the past. Your aura, your energy is built in the now, and change always begins now. Your current reality is not your final destination. It's just a reflection of who you were. Start broadcasting something different today, and the world will begin to respond differently tomorrow. You must become the energetic version of the future you before the money shows up. Speak like them, dress like them, think like them, make decisions like them, and most importantly, feel like them. When your aura becomes indistinguishable from that future self, the wealth arrives as a natural consequence. Remember this, money is not the prize. You are. Wealth is not about chasing green paper. It's about creating a life of freedom, joy, and impact. It's about being able to do what you love with people you love in places you love while lifting others along the way. And that kind of wealth doesn't come from hustle alone. It comes from alignment. Train your aura daily. Feed it truth. Bathe it in gratitude. Charge it with action. Cleanse it. Every human being radiates energy. This energy, often referred to as the aura, is a subtle yet powerful field that surrounds us and broadcasts our inner state to the world. While invisible to the naked eye, it's constantly at work, influencing how others perceive us, how we experience life, and most importantly, what we attract. When it comes to wealth, your aura functions as a silent yet consistent messenger, either inviting abundance in or pushing it away. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are not just private experiences, they are vibrational patterns that ripple outward. If you harbor self-doubt, resentment, fear, or a belief that money is scarce or difficult to obtain, those frequencies color your aura. They signal to the universe that you are in a state of lack. Even if on the surface you work hard or say positive things, it is the underlying emotional current, your true inner state, that determines what you draw in. Consider someone who constantly worries about money. That worry creates a tight, constricted energy. Their aura becomes heavy, resistant, and inward focused. As a result, they might miss opportunities, repel potential clients or supporters, or struggle to hold on to the money they do receive. They are not doing anything wrong externally. Their actions might seem logical and productive, but their energy is mismatched with the flow of abundance. On the other hand, someone who believes they are worthy of wealth feels grateful for what they have and carries a sense of ease and confidence, emits a very different signal. Their aura is open, expansive, and magnetic. This person is more likely to be noticed, trusted, supported, and offered opportunities that align with financial growth. They don't need to force or chase wealth. They naturally attract it because their inner state is already abundant. What's profound is that your aura is not fixed. It's constantly changing, shaped by the thoughts you think and the emotions you feed. This gives you power. You're not a victim of circumstance. You're the generator of your energy field. By becoming aware of your internal landscape and deliberately shifting it, you can begin to shape your aura into one that attracts wealth rather than repels it. This requires honest introspection. Are your thoughts about money mostly fear-based? Do you feel undeserving when financial blessings come your way? Do you subconsciously believe that rich people are selfish or bad? These hidden beliefs are not just mental ideas, they are energetic blocks. They affect how you feel, how you act, and ultimately what you attract. When you begin to clear those limiting patterns and replace them with empowered beliefs, everything changes. As your inner world transforms, so does your aura. It becomes a beacon for new experiences, new people, and new resources aligned with prosperity. In essence, wealth doesn't start in the bank account. It starts in your energy, and that energy is a direct mirror of your inner state. Everything in the universe operates on vibration, from the tiniest particles to the largest galaxies, from the hum of nature to the thoughts in your mind. Wealth is no exception. It is not just a material state, but a frequency, a pattern of energy that vibrates at a specific level. When you truly understand that wealth has its own vibration, you begin to realize that attracting it isn't about chasing, forcing, or wishing. It's about aligning. It's about matching that frequency with your own energy. The vibration of wealth is high. It's expansive, confident, open, and rooted in certainty. It doesn't come from fear, desperation, or lack. It comes from a calm knowing, a deep belief that abundance is natural, available, and constantly flowing. When your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors resonate with this same quality of energy, you begin to attract people, opportunities, and resources that exist on that level. This is why two people can work the same job, live in the same city, have the same education, and yet experience wildly different financial realities. One may constantly struggle, always falling behind, while the other finds doors opening, ideas flowing, and unexpected sources of income appearing. The difference isn't effort alone, it's energetic alignment. One is vibrating in fear or limitation. The other is vibrating in confidence and abundance. So how do you match the vibration of wealth? First, through your thoughts. Thoughts are electrical impulses that broadcast your expectations. If you constantly think, I never have enough, it's hard to make money, or rich people are greedy, you're operating at a frequency of scarcity. That's not aligned with wealth. Wealth doesn't live in fear or resentment. It lives in clarity, gratitude, and openness. Next comes your emotional state. Emotions are magnetic. They amplify the energy of your thoughts. Feeling joy, gratitude, excitement, and peace, even before the money arrives, begins to draw that frequency toward you. It sends the message to the universe that you are already abundant. And because like attracts like, more of that energy in the form of money, support, and resources flows to you. But this alignment must also show up in your actions. Your behavior is a loud, energetic signal. When you make bold, confident decisions, when you invest in yourself, when you take steps that align with belief in your future, you are embodying the vibration of wealth. You are acting as someone who trusts in flow, not as someone bracing for loss. And the universe responds to that energy with momentum. Matching the vibration of wealth doesn't mean pretending you're rich or ignoring challenges. It means choosing your energy regardless of circumstances. It means becoming the version of yourself who lives in abundance, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually before the physical wealth arrives. It's about shifting your identity and tuning your aura so precisely that wealth has no choice but to meet you at your level. When your entire being, thoughts, emotions, actions, and beliefs vibrate in harmony with the energy of abundance, wealth doesn't just come to you, it flows through you, reflects in your relationships, and expresses in every area of your life. Because at that point, you're no longer just attracting wealth, you become it. The mind doesn't know the difference between something vividly imagined and something real. That's what makes visualization such a powerful tool in shaping your reality, and more specifically, in training your aura to attract wealth. When you visualize with clarity and emotion, you create a frequency in your energy field that aligns with the experience you're imagining. Over time, this frequency begins to shift your beliefs, influence your actions, and magnetize your reality to match that inner vision. We often think visualization is about simply closing our eyes and seeing a nice house, a luxury car, or a large sum of money in our bank account. But real visualization, the kind that transforms your aura, goes deeper. It's not just about seeing, it's about feeling. The emotion behind the image is what charges the frequency. Without it, the image is just fantasy. But when you attach deep, authentic feeling to it, excitement, gratitude, confidence, freedom, your aura begins to take on that emotional energy and broadcast it outwards. Let's say you visualize yourself living a life of financial freedom. Don't just imagine the numbers in your account. Picture yourself waking up in your ideal home, feeling relaxed and grateful. See the sunlight coming through the windows. Smell the coffee brewing in your kitchen. Hear yourself speaking confidently about your business or your purpose. Feel the joy of giving back, of helping others, of experiencing life without stress or limitation. That feeling is key. It is fuel for your energetic field. Your aura responds to what you feel to be true, not just what you wish was true. So if you're visualizing wealth, but deep down you're thinking, this will never happen, you're creating conflicting signals. The image is high frequency, but the underlying emotion is low frequency. That's why visualization must be practiced with intention and belief. Even if it feels awkward at first, consistency builds new neural pathways. The more you immerse yourself in the experience emotionally, the more your subconscious begins to accept it as reality. And here's the beautiful part. When your subconscious accepts a new vision as real, it adjusts everything else to match. Your behaviors shift. You start noticing new opportunities. You approach decisions with more clarity. You attract people and circumstances that reflect your new energetic frequency. This is not wishful thinking. This is energetic and neurological alignment. Emotion is the amplifier. You can't think your way into wealth alone. You have to feel your way into it. Emotion is what energizes the vision. what imprints it into your aura. It's the difference between mentally rehearsing a scenario and living it in your imagination. That lived emotional experience is what begins to shape your reality. Over time, these visualizations create a new identity, one rooted in abundance, confidence, and worthiness. And once your identity shifts, your energy shifts. When your energy shifts, your life begins to follow, because the universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are being. Visualization and emotion are the tools that help you become that person now. Most people are unaware that what's blocking wealth in their lives isn't a lack of opportunity, skill, or effort. It's energy. More specifically, it's the emotional blocks and limiting beliefs buried deep within the subconscious that quietly shape how they think, feel, and act around money. These hidden energies don't just live in the mind, they live in your aura, and until they are released, they continue to create resistance, distorting your frequency and repelling the very abundance you're trying to attract. Emotional blocks often come from past experiences, moments where you felt ashamed, unsafe, or unworthy in relation to money. Maybe you were criticized for wanting more. Maybe you grew up hearing things like money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, or we can't afford that. These messages, repeated over time, become energetic imprints in your field. They form the foundation for your financial identity, and without conscious awareness, they run the show from the background. Limiting beliefs are just that. Beliefs that limit what you believe is possible or permissible for you. Some common ones are, I'm not good with money. I have to work hard for every dollar. There's never enough, or I'll lose it if I get it. Even if you try to force abundance into your life through action, these beliefs create an invisible cap on what you'll allow yourself to receive or keep. Your energy contradicts your desire, and the result is self-sabotage, missed opportunities, or patterns of feast and famine. To train your aura to attract wealth, these blocks must be acknowledged and released. This starts with awareness. Pay close attention to your emotional reactions when money comes up. Do you feel anxious when checking your bank account? Do you feel guilty when spending on yourself? Do you secretly resent wealthy people or doubt your ability to become one? These reactions are clues to deeper beliefs operating below the surface. Journaling is a powerful tool for uncovering these patterns. Ask yourself questions like, what did I learn about money growing up? When was the first time I felt shame or fear around money? Do I believe I can be wealthy and still be a good person? The goal is to bring the unconscious into consciousness, because once you can name the belief, you can begin to shift it. But awareness alone isn't enough. You must also emotionally let go. Forgiveness is one of the most potent energy cleansers. Forgive your past self for financial mistakes. Forgive parents or authority figures who passed down limiting ideas. Forgive the systems that made you feel powerless. You're not excusing the past. You're releasing its grip on your energy. That release creates spaciousness in your aura, allowing new energy, abundant, powerful energy to move in. Energy work, such as breath work, meditation, EFT, emotional freedom technique, or even working with a coach or therapist, can help clear emotional residue from your energetic field. When those old emotional signatures are cleared, your aura becomes lighter, more fluid, and more magnetic to abundance. Suddenly, the mental noise around money quiets. Your decisions become cleaner. You no longer operate from fear or guilt. You act from worthiness and clarity. Releasing these blocks doesn't mean pretending you're never afraid or never struggle. It means you stop being controlled by those patterns. It means you consciously choose new beliefs, new emotional responses, and a new identity rooted in abundance. When your aura no longer carries the weight of the past, it can fully align with your present desire for wealth. And that's when things begin to shift, not just externally, but at the deepest, most transformative level. Because when the energy is clean, the flow is natural. You don't have to chase wealth, you become open to receiving it. Gratitude, purpose, and action are three core forces that amplify your energetic signal and make your aura a powerful magnet for wealth. When these elements are aligned, your energy becomes clear, consistent, and compelling, and the universe responds. Wealth doesn't flow to confusion, contradiction, or chaos. It flows to clarity, alignment, and intentional movement. And these three qualities, gratitude, purpose, and action, are what keep your aura in that optimal state. Gratitude is the frequency of abundance itself. When you practice gratitude, you're not just saying nice words, you're telling your energy field, I already have. And when you consistently affirm that you already have something, you begin to attract more of it. The mistake many people make is thinking they'll feel grateful after the wealth arrives. But energetically, that's backwards. You must first generate the feeling of gratitude to signal that you are already in harmony with abundance. Even if you don't yet have the income you desire, you can still be deeply grateful for your ideas, for your resilience, for your current resources, for the lessons you've learned, for the opportunities on their way. Gratitude raises your vibration immediately. It lifts your mood, quiets your doubt, and recalibrates your focus. Your aura becomes lighter, more open, and more attractive to all forms of abundance, not just financial, but also emotional, relational, and spiritual. Now combine that gratitude with purpose, and you have a potent, energetic field. Purpose gives your wealth a direction. It turns money from a goal into a tool. When you're connected to something greater than yourself, whether it's creating something meaningful, serving others, building a legacy, or living in alignment with your values, your aura ignites with passion. Passion is pure magnetic power. It's an energetic fire that people can feel and that the universe recognizes. Purposeful people radiate conviction. They don't need to convince others of their value. Their energy speaks for itself. Wealth is naturally drawn to that kind of energy because it flows where it can grow. And when you're in alignment with your purpose, you're constantly evolving, learning and expanding, all of which elevate your vibration and attract new levels of abundance. But without action, even the highest vibration stays stuck in potential. Action is what grounds the energy. It's the bridge between the inner and the outer world. It tells the universe, I'm serious. Every step you take, no matter how small, sends a ripple through your energy field. The most magnetic people are not just the most positive, they're the most consistent. They act in alignment with what they say they want. Their energy isn't just a dream, it's movement. Aligned action doesn't mean pushing or forcing. It means making decisions from a place of clarity and trust. It means taking the next step, even if you don't see the whole path. It means showing up every day for your vision, for your purpose, for your future self. That kind of action has power. It generates momentum. It tells the universe you're ready to receive, and more importantly, that you're ready to use the wealth wisely. When you live in gratitude, move in purpose, and take aligned action, your aura becomes irresistible to abundance. You no longer chase wealth, you become the kind of person wealth naturally flows to. Because in that state, you're not just trying to get something from the world, you're giving something to it. You're contributing energy, value, and intention. And what you give out, you always get back, multiplied. Self-worth is the foundation upon which all wealth is built. Not just financial wealth, but emotional, relational, and spiritual abundance as well. It operates silently in the background, shaping the limits of what you allow yourself to receive, how you handle success, and what you believe you deserve. You can read all the books, take all the courses, and hustle every day, but if you don't believe at your core that you are worthy of wealth, your aura will continue to reflect limitation, and that signal will keep your results capped. You see, your aura doesn't just carry your thoughts or emotions, it carries your identity. And self-worth is a central piece of that identity. If you carry subconscious beliefs like I'm not enough, I have to prove myself, or I don't deserve more, those messages seep into your energy field. They may not be visible on the surface, but they radiate through your presence, influencing your decisions, your relationships, and your ability to receive. People with low self-worth often push wealth away without even realizing it. They undercharge, overgive, settle for less, or sabotage opportunities. They may feel guilt around receiving too much or fear judgment if they become successful. This isn't because they're incapable, it's because their internal ceiling won't allow more. And until that internal ceiling is raised, their outer world can only reflect back what they believe they're worth. On the other hand, someone with high self-worth doesn't just hope for abundance, they expect it. Not out of entitlement, but because they know their value. They're anchored in the truth that they have something meaningful to offer, and they're not afraid to receive in return. Their aura reflects confidence, openness, and a sense of deservedness, and that energy naturally attracts more, not through force, but through alignment. Raising your self-worth doesn't mean becoming arrogant or pretending you have it all figured out. It means honoring yourself, speaking your truth, and making decisions that reflect respect for your energy. It means setting boundaries, investing in your growth, and releasing relationships or patterns that diminish your light. Every time you act from a place of self-respect, you send a message to the universe: I am ready to receive more. Building self-worth is a practice. It comes from healing the past, forgiving yourself, celebrating small wins, and speaking to yourself with kindness. It's about shifting from what do I need to do to be worthy of wealth to how can I remind myself that I already am. Because true wealth doesn't come from proving your worth, it comes from knowing it. When your self-worth expands, your aura expands, you start to operate on a different frequency, one that doesn't beg, chase, or shrink. Instead, you embody calm certainty. You become the kind of person who naturally attracts wealth because your energy no longer questions whether or not it belongs to you. It knows, and when your energy knows, the world reflects it back in opportunities, income, support, and success. Wealth is not a reward for your suffering. It's a reflection of your readiness, and that readiness begins with worthiness. When you truly believe you are enough, without needing to earn, justify, or prove, your aura becomes a clear, powerful channel for abundance. That's when wealth stops being a struggle and starts becoming your natural state.
Every missed opportunity, every financial struggle, if you let scarcity consume your thoughts, you're blocking your own abundance. The truth is, the wealthiest people don't have better luck. They've just mastered how they think about money. Imagine moving through life as a magnet for prosperity. No more lack mentality, no more money anxiety, just complete financial confidence. In few moments, I'll teach you how to train your aura to naturally attract wealth, so you stop repelling opportunities and start drawing them to you effortlessly. Because once you master this energy, money and abundance will flow to you like never before. 1. Your mental atmosphere creates wealth. People believe that money flows to those who are born lucky or possess special talents that others lack. This is perhaps the greatest lie ever told about wealth creation. The truth is that every human being carries within themselves an invisible force field that either attracts or repels financial opportunity. This force field is your mental atmosphere, and it operates according to definite laws that are as precise as the law of gravity. What is this mental atmosphere? It is the sum total of your dominant thoughts, emotions, and beliefs about money and success. Just as a magnet draws iron filings from a distance, your mental atmosphere draws circumstances, people, and opportunities that match its vibration. When your thoughts are consistently focused on abundance, gratitude, and the expectation of success, you create an invisible aura that makes you magnetic to wealth-building opportunities. Why does this work? The human mind is a broadcasting station, constantly sending out thought vibrations that influence everything around you. These vibrations affect how you walk, talk, and present yourself to the world. They determine which opportunities you notice and which ones pass by unrecognized. They influence how others perceive and respond to you in business dealing. How do you train this mental atmosphere? Begin each day by filling your mind with thoughts of the specific amount of money you desire to earn. See yourself already in possession of this wealth. Feel the emotions of having achieved your financial goals and maintain this mental picture throughout your day. Replace every thought of lack or limitation with images of abundance and prosperity. I once knew a man who worked as a clerk in a small store, earning barely enough to support his family. He discovered this principle and began spending 30 minutes each morning visualizing himself as a successful business owner. He maintained this practice faithfully for 2 years, never wavering in his mental picture. During this time, he noticed that customers began seeking his advice more frequently, suppliers started offering him better deals, and opportunities for advancement appeared regularly. Eventually, he was offered a partnership in the business, and within 5 years, he owned 3 successful stores. His outer circumstances changed only after his inner atmosphere was transformed. 2. Definite purpose magnetizes money. Most people wander through life like ships without a rudder, hoping that somehow, somewhere, financial success will find them. They believe that working hard and being honest is enough to guarantee prosperity. This vague approach to wealth building is why the majority of people struggle financially their entire lives. The secret that separates the wealthy from the poor is not luck, education, or connections, but the power of definite purpose. What is definite purpose? It is not merely wishing you had more money or hoping things will improve. It is the clear, specific, written statement of exactly how much money you intend to acquire, by what date you will have it, and what service you will render in return for it. This definiteness of purpose acts like a powerful magnet that organizes all your mental and physical energies toward the attainment of your goal. Why must your purpose be definite rather than general? The subconscious mind responds only to clear, specific instructions. When you say you want to be rich someday, your subconscious has nothing concrete to work with. But when you state that you will earn exactly $50,000 within 2 years by providing a specific service, your subconscious mind begins immediately to work on plans for achieving that exact goal. How do you develop this definite purpose? Write down the exact amount of money you desire, set a definite date for its attainment, and describe precisely what you will give in return for this money. Read this statement aloud twice daily, once upon awakening and once before retiring. As you read, see yourself already in possession of the money you seek. I remember a young woman who worked in a textile mill, earning meager wages for long hours of labor. She applied this principle by writing down her intention to earn $5,000 within 18 months by starting her own dressmaking business. She read this statement faithfully every morning and evening, visualizing herself as a successful entrepreneur. Within 6 months, she had saved enough money to purchase a sewing machine and began taking orders from wealthy ladies in her community. Her definite purpose had attracted the exact circumstances needed for its fulfillment, and she achieved her goal 3 months ahead of schedule. 3. Faith transforms thoughts into reality. The average person approaches money-making with the same faith they would have in attempting to fly by flapping their arms. They may go through the motions of seeking wealth, but deep in their hearts, they doubt their ability to achieve financial success. This lack of faith creates a mental atmosphere that repels money and attracts circumstances of limitation and lack. What is faith in relation to wealth creation? It is the complete confidence that your plans will succeed, combined with the emotional feeling of already having achieved your financial goals. Faith is not blind hope or wishful thinking, but a positive mental attitude based on definiteness of purpose and a plan for its attainment. It is the element that gives life and power to your thoughts and transforms them into physical reality. Why is faith so crucial to financial success? Your thoughts alone, without the emotional element of faith, are powerless to attract wealth. It is faith that charges your thoughts with the energy necessary to reach and influence your subconscious mind. When your conscious and subconscious minds work in harmony toward a definite financial goal, they create an irresistible force that attracts the resources and opportunities needed for success. How do you develop unwavering faith in your ability to accumulate wealth? Begin by studying the success stories of others who have risen from humble beginnings to great financial achievement. This will convince your logical mind that such success is possible. Then, repeatedly visualize yourself in possession of the money you desire until these mental pictures become so real that your subconscious mind accepts them as fact. I once encountered a man who had failed in business 3 times and was deeply in debt. Instead of accepting defeat, he used these failures as stepping stones to develop unshakable faith in his eventual success. Each morning, he would stand before a mirror and declare with complete conviction that he was destined for great wealth. He maintained this practice despite the ridicule of friends and family. Within 2 years, an opportunity arose that allowed him to demonstrate his expertise in a field where he had previously failed. His faith had sustained him through the dark period and attracted the exact circumstances needed for his vindication and success. 4. Burning desire ignites success. Society teaches us that wanting money desperately is somehow improper or spiritual weak. We are told to be satisfied with what we have and not to desire more. This well-intentioned but misguided advice keeps millions of people trapped in mediocrity and financial struggle. The truth is that all great achievements in the realm of wealth begin with a burning, obsessive desire for financial independence. What distinguishes burning desire from mere wishing? Burning desire is a consuming passion that dominates your thoughts and drives your actions. It is not the mild preference for more money that most people experience, but an intense longing that refuses to be satisfied until your financial goals are achieved. This desire becomes so strong that failure is literally impossible because you will not accept any outcome other than success. Why is intense desire necessary for financial achievement? Desire is the starting point of all accomplishment. It is the fuel that powers your efforts when obstacles arise and discouragement threatens to overwhelm you. Without burning desire, you will abandon your plans at the first sign of difficulty. With it, you will persist until you find a way to overcome every obstacle and achieve your financial objectives. How do you kindle this burning desire for wealth? Begin by writing a clear description of the lifestyle you will enjoy when you have achieved financial independence. Read this description every morning and evening, adding emotional feeling to your mental pictures. Fan the flames of desire by constantly reminding yourself why you must succeed and what the achievement of your financial goals will mean to you and those you care about. I knew a woman who worked as a seamstress, earning barely enough to feed her 3 children after her husband's death. Her burning desire to provide a better life for her family became so intense that she could think of nothing else. She began studying successful business methods during her lunch breaks and saved every penny possible to invest in her future. Her desire drove her to work 18 hours a day building her own clothing business. Within 5 years, she owned a factory employing 200 people and had achieved the financial independence that her burning desire had demanded. 5. Autosuggestion programs your success. The majority of people unknowingly use autosuggestion in reverse, programming their minds for failure and poverty. All day long, they repeat phrases like, "I can't afford it," "Money doesn't grow on trees," and "the rich get richer while the poor get poorer." These negative autosuggestions sink deep into the subconscious mind and create a mental atmosphere that attracts the very conditions they describe. What is autosuggestion, and how does it relate to wealth creation? Autosuggestion is the process by which you deliberately feed your subconscious mind with thoughts, plans, and desires related to your financial goals. It is the medium through which you can train your subconscious to work continuously toward the accumulation of wealth, even while you sleep. Every thought you think repeatedly becomes a permanent part of your subconscious programming. Why is positive autosuggestion essential for financial success? Your subconscious mind accepts and acts upon whatever thoughts you feed it most consistently, whether positive or negative. If you constantly tell yourself that money is hard to come by, your subconscious will ensure that money remains scarce in your life. But if you repeatedly affirm your ability to acquire wealth, your subconscious will work tirelessly to make this a reality. How do you use autosuggestion to program your mind for wealth? Create positive statements about your financial goals and repeat them with deep emotional feeling several times daily. Use present tense language as if you already possess the wealth you seek. Combine these affirmations with clear mental pictures of yourself enjoying the fruits of financial success. The key is constant repetition with genuine emotion until these positive thoughts dominate your mental atmosphere. I remember a man who inherited nothing but debts from his father's failed business. Instead of accepting this as his fate, he began each day by stating aloud his intention to build a fortune in the manufacturing industry. He repeated these affirmations with such conviction that within months, his entire demeanor had changed. People began to see him as a man destined for success rather than the son of a failure. This change in others' perception led to opportunities that eventually made him one of the wealthiest manufacturers in his region. His success began the moment he changed the programming of his subconscious mind through positive autosuggestion. 6. Specialized knowledge opens golden doors. The world is filled with highly educated people who struggle financially, while others with little formal schooling accumulate great wealth. This paradox confuses many who believe that general education automatically leads to financial success. The truth is that general knowledge, no matter how extensive, has little value in the accumulation of money. Only specialized knowledge that can be organized and directed toward a definite purpose has the power to attract wealth. What is specialized knowledge in terms of money making? It is not the broad education you receive in schools, but specific, practical knowledge that enables you to render valuable service to others. This knowledge may be acquired through experience, observation, or instruction, but it must be knowledge that others will pay to receive. The person who knows how to solve specific problems or meet particular needs possesses the raw material from which fortunes are built. Why does specialized knowledge attract money while general knowledge does not? Money flows to those who provide solutions to problems or fulfill specific needs. The person who specializes in one field and becomes expertly skilled in that area can command premium compensation for their services. General knowledge makes you a jack of all trades but master of none, while specialized knowledge makes you indispensable in your chosen field. How do you acquire and organize specialized knowledge for profit? First, decide exactly what specific service you can render that others need and will pay for. Then, acquire every bit of knowledge related to that service through study, observation, and practical experience. Organize this knowledge into a system that allows you to render your service more efficiently and effectively than your competitors. I once knew a man who worked as a common laborer but possessed an unusual interest in soil composition. While his co-workers spent their leisure time in idle pursuits, he studied everything he could find about different types of soil and their agricultural properties. He began offering advice to local farmers about which crops would thrive in their particular soil conditions. His specialized knowledge became so valuable that farmers paid him handsomely for soil analysis and crop recommendations. Eventually, he established a thriving agricultural consulting business that made him wealthier than men with university degrees who lacked his specialized expertise. 7. Organized planning builds wealth. Most people approach wealth building like a hunter shooting arrows blindfolded, hoping that somehow one will hit the target. They work hard, save when possible, and trust that these general efforts will eventually lead to financial success. This haphazard approach explains why so many hardworking people never accumulate significant wealth. Success in money-making requires organized planning just as surely as success in any other worthwhile endeavor. What does organized planning mean in the context of wealth creation? It means developing a definite step-by-step plan for transforming your financial goals into reality. This plan must specify exactly what you will do, when you will do it, and how you will measure your progress. Without such a plan, your efforts will be scattered and ineffective, like steam escaping through multiple openings instead of being concentrated to turn a wheel. Why must your wealth-building efforts be organized and systematic? Random efforts produce random results. The accumulation of wealth requires the coordination of many different activities over an extended period. Without a master plan to guide these activities, you will waste enormous amounts of time and energy on tasks that contribute little to your financial objectives. Organized planning ensures that every effort moves you closer to your ultimate goal. How do you create an effective wealth-building plan? Begin by writing down your definite financial objective and the deadline for its achievement. Then, work backward from this goal to determine what steps must be taken and when each step must be completed. Assign specific tasks to specific time periods and review your progress regularly to ensure you remain on track toward your objective.
A force so powerful, so unmistakable, that it changes everything around you. I'm talking about your aura. That invisible energy, that silent language of your inner power. It speaks louder than words and tells the world who you really are. Your aura reflects your deepest beliefs, your unshakable confidence, and your unwavering purpose. Many fear what they do not understand. Your aura unsettles others because it is rare, authentic, and impossible to ignore. When you stand tall, radiating strength and clarity, you disrupt comfort zones and shake the foundations of complacency. This energy cuts through doubt like a sharp sword through fog. People fear what they cannot control, and your aura cannot be tamed. But this fear is not a sign to retreat. It is a signal to rise even higher. Your presence alone challenges mediocrity. It stirs the waters of stagnation, forcing those around you to question their own limits. Remember, fear of your aura is often admiration cloaked in uncertainty. Those intimidated by your strength secretly wish they had the same courage and clarity. Your aura is a force of nature, wild, unstoppable, and respected. The aura of success intimidates those who settle for less. Your confidence threatens the status quo and scares those anchored in fear. But never apologize for your light. It was meant to shine boldly. Harness the power within.
and let your aura become a beacon of unstoppable will. Every great leader has been misunderstood, even feared, because their aura was undeniable. When your aura scares them, it means you have stepped fully into your true power. Fear is the price of greatness. Pay it gladly and keep moving forward. Use the energy of their fear to fuel your resolve. Your aura is a magnet for those ready to rise and a barrier to those clinging to limitation. Own your power unapologetically. Your aura is your greatest weapon and your finest shield. So stand tall, radiate your light, and know that the fear you evoke is a sign of your greatness. The world needs your brilliance, your strength, and your courage. When you claim your power and let your aura shine, you don't just scare them, you inspire them. You don't just intimidate, you lead. And that, my friends, is how you change the world. Your aura is far more than just a subtle glow or the vibe that people sense around you. It is the silent language of your inner power, a vibrant signal broadcasting your character and spirit to the world without a single word spoken. This unseen force reveals your beliefs, your values, and the strength of your conviction. It is the living imprint of your true self, showing others who you really are on the inside. This energy that surrounds you comes directly from the depth of your soul, shaped by your hopes, your fears overcome, and your vision for a better future. It reflects your thoughts, your determination, and your resilience. Your aura cannot be faked or borrowed. It is uniquely yours, a signature of your authenticity that people respond to instinctively. When you learn to harness this power, you discover that your aura is your most valuable asset. It radiates confidence and draws opportunities toward you, while at the same time warning off negativity and doubt. This invisible force speaks louder than any words, and it is the essence of your presence that leaves a lasting impression. Many fear what they do not understand, and your aura unsettles others precisely because it is rare and genuine. In a world where too many people hide behind masks or play small to fit in, your true and radiant energy is a startling contrast. This unfamiliar power threatens their comfort zones and exposes the limits they've placed on themselves. It is easier for them to fear your presence than to confront their own lack of courage. The discomfort your aura creates is not a reflection of weakness on your part, but of their own insecurities and self-doubt. When you stand in your power, it shines a light on the shadows where others have hidden. Their fear is often a silent admission that they recognize something admirable in you, something they wish they had for themselves. Instead of fearing this reaction, you should embrace it as proof that you are breaking new ground. Your aura frightens others because it defies the ordinary and pushes boundaries. This resistance is inevitable for anyone stepping into greatness. Your power unsettles because it is authentic, and authenticity is a force that cannot be ignored. When you stand tall and radiate strength, you become a living challenge to mediocrity and complacency. Your very presence disrupts the stagnant status quo, demanding attention and respect. You are a walking declaration that settling for less is no longer an option, and your confidence shakes the foundations of doubt. This radiance is not arrogance, but a natural byproduct of deep self-belief and clarity of purpose. It compels others to reassess their own limitations and invites them to rise higher. Your aura carries the energy of possibility, courage, and transformation, inspiring both admiration and fear in those who witness it. Remember, the discomfort your strength causes is temporary, but the legacy you build by standing firm is eternal. The world is changed by those who refuse to hide their power, and your presence is one of the sparks that ignites progress and growth. Your energy pierces through hesitation and doubt like a sword slicing through dense fog.
It cuts cleanly through negativity and uncertainty, revealing the path forward with unwavering clarity. People around you sense this sharpness and are compelled to respond. Some with eagerness, others with resistance. This piercing quality of your aura is born of unshakable confidence and fierce determination. It is a light in the darkness for those ready to follow, and a warning for those content to remain stagnant. Your power disorients because it forces confrontation with uncomfortable truths and unspoken fears. Embrace this energy as a gift. The ability to clear away doubt is a hallmark of true leadership and influence. Your aura is a beacon for change, cutting through confusion to bring focus and drive. People fear what they cannot control, and your aura is wild, untamed, and fiercely independent. This lack of control is what makes your energy intimidating to those who seek safety in predictability and conformity. Your presence challenges their attempts to limit or define you. Your power is not something that can be bottled or restrained. It moves and flows according to your own will. This freedom is terrifying to those who rely on control for security. But for you, it is the very essence of your greatness, a force that cannot be contained. Understanding this frees you from the need to justify or explain your strength. When you accept that your aura cannot be controlled by others, you become truly unstoppable, no longer bound by the expectations or fears of the crowd. The fear your aura evokes is not a call to retreat, but a signal to ascend. It is a message from the universe affirming that you are moving beyond ordinary limits and stepping into extraordinary influence. Instead of shrinking away from the discomfort others feel, lean into it with courage. This fear marks the boundary between the familiar and the new, between limitation and growth. Crossing that line is never easy, and resistance is natural. Your ability to stand firm in the face of their fear demonstrates your commitment to your purpose. Every time your aura unsettles others, it is a reminder that you are pushing past boundaries and setting new standards. Use this feedback as fuel to keep moving forward, to deepen your resolve, and to continue evolving into your highest self. Your presence alone has the power to disrupt comfort zones and complacency, stirring the waters of stagnation. When you walk into a room with unyielding confidence and clear intention, you break the spell of routine and challenge people to reconsider what is possible. This disruption is not chaos. It is a necessary catalyst for growth. Change cannot happen without some level of discomfort. Your aura is the force that shakes people out of inertia and inspires them to examine their own lives and choices. Never underestimate the ripple effect of your presence. By simply being fully yourself, you inspire others to wake up from their own slumber, to question old beliefs, and to reach for something greater. Your energy awakens potential not just within you, but in everyone you touch. Fear of your aura is often admiration cloaked in uncertainty. People who are intimidated by your strength secretly long for the same qualities within themselves. Their resistance is less about you and more about their own unfulfilled desires and untapped potentials. Recognizing this allows you to respond with empathy rather than defensiveness. You become a mirror reflecting not only your power, but the possibilities that others have yet to claim. This understanding transforms fear into connection and resistance into respect. Instead of shying away from their discomfort, embrace it as a sign that your energy is making an impact. Your aura is not just intimidating, it is inspiring. It challenges others to grow and invites them to step into their own greatness. You are a force of nature, like a storm that commands both respect and fear. Just as the power of a hurricane or thunderstorm cannot be ignored, neither can the strength you radiate. This natural force reshapes environments, alters perspectives, and leaves an indelible mark. Nature's storms are both destructive and regenerative, clearing away the old to make space for new growth. Your aura works in a similar way.
It disrupts outdated beliefs and stagnant conditions, making room for transformation and progress. Embrace this dual nature of your power. You are not here to fit neatly into small boxes or to be tamed. You are here to move mountains, shift paradigms, and awaken the world to new possibilities through the unstoppable force of your presence. The aura of success intimidates those who have settled for less. When you embody relentless pursuit of excellence, it highlights the gap between your achievements and the complacency of others. This contrast creates discomfort because it forces people to confront their own choices. Your accomplishments serve as a reminder of what is possible when one refuses to accept mediocrity. This can provoke envy or fear, but it also acts as a beacon for those ready to break free from limitation. Know that this intimidation is a natural response to your rising influence. It confirms that your energy is powerful enough to challenge the status quo and inspire others to reach beyond their self-imposed boundaries. Your confidence threatens the status quo, and that threat scares those anchored in fear. By refusing to conform, you expose the fragility of the familiar systems and beliefs that others rely on for security. This fear is a reaction to the potential upheaval your presence represents. Change is never comfortable, and your aura embodies the disruptive energy necessary to break through resistance. Those who cling tightly to old ways perceive your strength as a challenge, even a danger. Yet, this tension is exactly what drives progress. Your confident stance shakes foundations and encourages new ways of thinking. The fear you provoke is a sign that you are an agent of transformation, making space for a better future. Never apologize for your light or try to dim your brilliance to make others comfortable. Your unique talents, strengths, and passions are gifts meant to be shared boldly and openly. When you hide your light, you do not protect others. You limit yourself and the impact you can have. Standing unapologetically in your power inspires those around you and paves the way for others to do the same. Your light creates a path where darkness once prevailed, and it calls forth greatness in those who witness it. Remember, you were born to shine. The world needs your brightness, your vision, and your courage. Let your aura radiate fully and unapologetically. It is your birthright and your greatest contribution. Harness the power within you and transform your aura into a beacon of unstoppable will. This inner strength is the foundation of all success and fulfillment. By cultivating self-belief, mental discipline, and unwavering focus, you amplify your presence to a level that commands respect and admiration. Your aura becomes a source of energy, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. It draws people toward you who share your vision and repels negativity that seeks to undermine you. This magnetic quality is the hallmark of true leadership. When you nurture your inner power, you create a force field of confidence and purpose that propels you forward, even in the face of adversity. Your aura becomes a guiding light, illuminating the path through challenges and toward your highest goals. Every great leader in history has been misunderstood and even feared because their aura was undeniable. Visionaries challenge the norms and push society forward, often facing skepticism or hostility in the process. Their strength unsettles those invested in maintaining the status quo. This resistance is a natural part of leadership. Stand out as a true pioneer, you must be willing to endure the discomfort that comes with being different. Your aura sets you apart and signals that you are destined for greater things. The fear others feel is a reflection of their own uncertainty, not your inadequacy. Embrace this discomfort as proof that you are on the right path. Your undeniable presence is what shapes history and inspires future generations. When your aura scares them, it is a clear sign that you have stepped fully into your true power. It means you have shed limiting beliefs and embraced your unique strengths and potential. This fear is the natural reaction to the influence and authority you now wield. Rather than retreating, celebrate this milestone. The discomfort others feel is a testament to your growth and your impact. You have moved beyond ordinary boundaries and entered a realm of extraordinary influence. Your aura is your badge of honor, proof of your evolution and your readiness to lead, inspire, and transform. Own it proudly, knowing that your power is both needed and feared because it is real. Fear is the price of greatness, a toll every extraordinary person must pay on the path to achievement. It is not a sign that you should stop or retreat, but an invitation to press forward with greater determination. Fear accompanies every breakthrough and every leap into the unknown. Understanding this truth frees you from being paralyzed by fear. Instead, you learn to embrace it as a natural companion on your journey. The presence of fear signals that you are pushing beyond comfort and stepping into uncharted territory. Pay this price gladly and without hesitation. Each moment you move forward despite fear, you grow stronger and closer to the life and legacy you desire. Fear is simply the gatekeeper to greatness. Walk through it boldly. Use the energy of their fear to fuel your own resolve and determination. Instead of allowing the discomfort others feel to weaken you, transform it into motivation and power. Their fear becomes the fire that ignites your passion and propels you forward. This transformation requires mindset mastery, a choice to see obstacles as opportunities and resistance as a sign of your influence. When you harness this energy, you turn challenges into stepping stones and fear into fuel. Let their fear be the wind beneath your wings, lifting you to new heights. Your ability to convert negativity into momentum distinguishes you as a true champion and leader. Your aura is a magnet for those who are ready to rise and a barrier to those who cling to limitation. It naturally attracts people who share your vision, values, and hunger for growth. At the same time, it repels those who resist change or seek to hold you back. This selectivity is essential for your continued success. Surrounding yourself with supportive, ambitious people elevates your energy and expands your influence. Conversely, distancing yourself from negativity protects your aura and preserves your momentum. Be intentional about who you allow into your circle. Your energy is precious, and guarding it fiercely ensures that you remain aligned with your highest goals and aspirations. Own your power unapologetically. Your aura is both your greatest weapon and your finest shield. It protects you from doubt, negativity, and fear while empowering you to pursue your dreams with unwavering confidence. When you fully embrace your strength, you become a radiant force that transforms challenges into opportunities. Your presence commands respect and inspires loyalty, creating a foundation for lasting impact and success. Remember, your power is a gift to the world. Claim it without hesitation and use it to build the life and legacy you were born to create. Oh, as you walk forward from this moment, remember this. Your aura is not just an energy, it is your legacy in motion. It is the invisible force that shapes how the world sees you, how you influence others, and how you carve your path through life. Never shrink from the power that you carry within. Instead, let it blaze like a wire fire, unstoppable, uncontainable. When your aura scares them, know that you are doing exactly what you were born to do. Breaking barriers, shifting paradigms, and lighting the way for others who dare to follow. Embrace your strength, own your presence, and move forward boldly. Because the world doesn't just need more people who fit in, it needs more people who stand out. More people who dare to be powerful, more people who are unafraid to scare the world with the magnitude of their light. Go forth and let your aura roar. The time is now. The power is yours, and nothing can stop you. Thank you.